The man stated to his spouse, "Give me your cell phone." His spouse answered, "Wait." However, he repeated, "Supply it to me." Once more she said, "Wait." Then the husband snatched the smartphone from her hand. The wife were given angry, raised her hand at him, snatched the cell phone lower back, and stated, "I've been telling you to forestall, but you don't apprehend what I'm attempting to mention. I had it in my fingers." "What's in my phone? Why do you doubt me so much? From time to time I experience like I made a large mistake by way of marrying you." She stormed off at the same time as her husband stood there, confused and disenchanted. Day after today, the person became packing his matters while his wife came in and requested, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" "I'm sorry, okay? I was simply irritated. You were getting on my nerves." The person responded, "I was indignant too. However, what became in that telephone that made you so mad you without a doubt hit me?" The lady sighed and stated, "Simply, I was just in a bad temper." He looked at her and stated, "An awful mood? Who doesn't get in a terrible mood? I go to work every day. I address pressure too. But have I ever raised my hand at you? No. Proper. And you hit me nowadays. Do you suspect that's a small issue? You know, I've been noticing that not anything's going right between us anymore. Even when we exit together, it feels compelled. Allow me remind you, we had a love marriage. There was a time whilst if I even were given a small cut, you couldn't stand to see me in ache. And nowadays, you're the only who harm me. If things maintain going like this, it gained be lengthy before we disintegrate. Do what's maximum critical in a relationship. Respect. And whilst you slapped me, you made me realize that you don't appreciate me anymore." His wife stated softly, "Please, Ryan, forget about approximately it. I'm apologizing. Should I simply forget what you probably did? If I slapped you and said sorry, would you forget about that without difficulty? It's no longer that simple, Sarah. Someone earns best two matters in lifestyles: cash and admire. I've earned plenty of money, but I couldn't earn respect to your eyes." Sarah started out to cry and said, "Ryan, please don't cross. Forgive me. Forgive me." Ryan picked up his bag and said, "I'll forgive you the day you absolutely start respecting me." He grew to become to depart. Sarah grabbed his hand, pleading, "Please don't pass." However, he pulled his hand away and walked out. She stood there, helpless and heartbroken.